So we had a scavenger assassin running around who was just scouting, which we didn't need before because we had a full party. But right now we're down a member, so let's keep him in. And we have some crits here we want to give back to him. He also gets a... No, stalwart won't matter here. A natural resistance will matter. Give him a poisonous crit. Also respec him so he gets his 4th attack, because his spec was pretty bad. Alright, let's do it. 9 are left. We have to make it. We're running out of money to retreat. We're also running out of time. Every day we take is their injury ticking down. We can also give immortal to him instead now, which would be not bad. He doesn't have pact yet, and he does have it now, which is good. Let's give immortal to the assassin instead, and give him a natural. Natural is removing bleeding or poison at the start of your turn before you get damaged, which is like a counter to status effects, basically. And there are a lot of status effects running around. Running out of money in time. How did you like the meme strat yesterday? It was super fun. I didn't recognize the X-Men at first because he was transformed into a vampire, but as soon as I saw him it was really fun. And he looked so happy when jumping around. He was like, yay, let's jump. It was super fun. We can dance him here. So I'm fairly confident we can go here now, because the other taunt guys are very far. And we have 2 here. And this is what we wanted to do last time. Like throw them off, stun them, deal a bunch of damage. But we didn't have enough. We didn't have enough survivability up there, so they would actually not die. But this time we do. I hope at least. They still get engaged like this, but I hope we can make it. Yeah, I get pounced on pretty hard, huh? He has a crit counter? No. At least he doesn't have a crit counter, which is really nice. So he can go over and break this off. When does he go? 12, 13? At least we go before him. So there's a good chance we can throw one of them off. We need to make room down here, so they have room to throw. We can dance him here. He's getting taunted, but he can break the taunt here, which is nice. And then he goes and then he can throw him. So we get rid of a bunch of them. He's still bleeding. We need to remove this bleeding again. We throw him. Ah, fuck, he was still taunted? Oh, he was still taunted on him and was trying to go down here. Oh well. So the taunt still lasts, even if they're now next to each other. So I didn't have control over him, he just tried to get to him and hit him. But since he's out of range, it obviously didn't work. We go in here, we just take the kill, even if we take damage from the spikes. Just to not allow his regen to kick in and actually be a problem down here. There's his pact. Does he have a model? No. He goes in 2. He does not have a crit stored up, but he can slow him down, I guess. He goes in 6. He's dead. I think he's dead. That's okay. We need to restructure our team anyways, so him dying is not so bad. We didn't spend the medicine on him yet. He's dead. So we're actually saving a medicine, replacing some people. That's not terrible. He cannot get taunted or engaged here, so he has to go down. This is Urtuk. This is our main guy. And if he dies, our campaign is over. We actually lose the game. So he cannot die, but the other one was just a jump. We started with him, but I think 2 monks was too many anyways. They can do cool things, but we really need damage at some point. Not only stuns. We had triple stuns. I've written what people call raps for a very long time, but I'm glad my improvisation was okay to you. yeah, I can tell that you're experienced with raps. That's so cool. I can appreciate improvisation. Now I can finally say that I have a rap about myself. Hell yeah. I have a very unusable talent. Yeah, it's not unusable. It's making people feel good. That I wouldn't call that unusable. Restructuring your team. Isn't that what they tell you when they fire you? They have to restructure their company. He might have protector, yeah. But that's not too bad. Now he's out of stam at least. He's a crit counter, which we need to be aware of. Strong versus. But he's out of stam now, so that was a good time to hit him. We also stunned him against the pillar. So we're not good against armor right now, because we lost our big axe in the last fight. So this is why you'll need to be able to deal with armor basically. But since he's the last one and since we threw everyone else off a cliff, it worked out okay for now. But we need a replacement for sure. Also, he got quite some battle hardened stacks. He has this unique thing where if he gets a killing blow in combat, he increases a random stat permanently, up to a maximum of 30. So right now we have like, how much is that? 13? Randomly distributed between strength, vitality, agility, and concentration. So he got a lot of kills down here from being people thrown off, and he took the killing blow, which is really good. Now we have to deal with this guy. We have a monk to deal with him, right? It's his range. Do we have for removal? No. We cannot remove poison, huh? Fair enough. Ah, he got his aegis, nice. That's really good. And we got another one because he hit full focus. So whenever they gain full focus, a bunch of stuff happens. They gain God's Blessing, which gives them an aegis, which negates the next hit and status effect. They gain Revitalizer, which lets them heal for 24% of max HP. They also gain the Regeneration, which gives us like the global ultimate. And he also has Improviser, which means whenever he hits max focus, he not only generates one for the team, but he also applies this to himself. So he's like really good with focus stuff. And now that he has Aegis, he will hit him, but it's negated. Except he's hitting this guy, which I did not anticipate. But we can jump past this and now disable him. Now he cannot do anything anymore. Unprofitable. Yeah, but not everything has to be profitable. So monk guy died, which is unfortunate, but at least it was a guy we didn't give a medicine to yet. So we saved the medicine, kind of. And we brought in the scavenger assassin who was scouting instead. Take a foot. And this is our spoils, which is 2 medicine, a good amount of life essence, which you use for extracting mutators, which are like your traits, a lifestone, which is really valuable. It upgrades a mutator by 2 levels, and you can upgrade like whoever you want. It fits on everything, so you can like your best mutators can be upgraded by 2 levels, which is really nice. And we get another regeneration. It's like our third. It's a really good one, but we already have 2. We take another one though, probably. Over retaliate, sure. Here, more regen. And you also get the ability to recruit people from the faction you just defeated. So this is the floater, this is the dark poison guy, and this is the swamp marauder. He's like the bleeding guy they have. But he's not very good, and this is banned because of the challenge. So, well, you know, we got a medicine. We get to heal our assassin guy. I'd like to be able to do. Yeah, I think everything with improvisation is pretty impressive to me. I'm not very good on my feet. Like, uh, everything that comes with improvisation, like making up. I could never make up raps, I don't think, and I also could not do. I'm not good at responding to people's puns or something. You know, like there's always something funny to reply to a pun, and I can never come up with it. I also like. I usually come up with a good reply for stuff people say to me or tell me or something, but it's hours later, never in the moment. So I would really enjoy if I could do that, but I don't know. Maybe I have to take some improv classes or something. Okay, so that's still hidden here. We would like to be able to take one more fortress, if there is one. So let's check here. We don't have our scout anymore, because we pulled him back. Prisoners. Prisoners, this is Valver. We cannot take that. Troubled Merc. We take the Scavenger versus Scavenger here. This is super valuable, it gives you another focus mutator. And if you don't use the focus mutator, it's a lot of essence. for like nothing. You don't have to do anything. There are two rival groups and they're fighting each other. So you just have to stand back here and relax. And whenever they're done fighting, they come to you and you just kill whoever's left. It's like, except if he decides to be a dick and shoot you, then you just murder his ass. So we could not disable his ram, because ram goes through first strike, but we had retaliate, which still pushed him back and immobilized him, effectively CCing him for the next turn. So if we don't do anything about him, he will go up here and shoot him and proc his Angel Spike, which we don't want. So it's... oh, it's 2 levels up? Fuck, he will go here. Ugh. Now he's kind of in trouble. He has to get out of range here. He doesn't have to go that far, but... you know. Better safe. Nice. So they're not on the same team. He just came in and smacked him, which basically means we don't have to deal with him anymore. Now the monk is the man on top, the king of the hill. It's immobilized. Does immobilizing stack? I immobilized him 3 times, I think. He's immobilized for 5 turns. So, I threw him off a 2-tile ledge, which immobilized him for 2 turns. Then I had pushing and more importantly immobilizing crits, which immobilized him for 1 turn. And simultaneously pushed him off a 2-tile, which immobilized him for 2 more turns. So for the next 5 turns he's not able to do anything, which is a ridiculous amount of time. Holy fuck. Well, here, here's some rend armor. It's not gonna help much because you're an assassin with a shitty sword. More useless than he usually is. That's true, that's true. He got out of his stun, so we... out of his immobilizing rather, so we stun him again. Yeah, we're not able to deal with armor right now. We don't have any weapon that's good against armor. He still has his armor and we almost killed him. Hey. Now Spearman took Spearman took off his crit again. I'm not sure what causes that. Sometimes it just does that and sometimes it doesn't. It's so weird to me. Gonna be Trolley with the next. Hey, it will fit right in here. With it being Trolley. Oh, that's too tough. Too bad. Can't avoid no. So they're just fighting each other. We're relaxing here. Just killing off some people, making sure nobody dies. And we get to collect a good reward at the end. So whenever you can, do those missions. Scavenger versus Scavenger, or like Swamper versus Swamper, or later on the other factions. If they ever fight each other, you just jump in and get your rewards. Bonked. Patience. Patience is the achievement trait, which you get for, well, which basically gives them their crits when waiting. And you unlock it if you wait, and then force a crit in them. That was a spectre. I have to be careful with him now, but it should be fine. I shouldn't have blocked his pack just like that. But it's all good. This is Berserk, nice. Berserk gives you an extra action, so you can attack an additional time. Get another foot? Sure, more feet. Feet collection begins. Soldiers retreating. This is interesting. We want to convert both into a vampire, or one of them, or whoever makes it, basically. Let's give the model to the other one before we forget. So this guy. We don't need rend armor for this fight, because it's vampires and they don't have any armor. Also, rend armor doesn't help us a lot right now. So, go in here. Let's see, how much money do we have? We have enough to retreat, right? Maybe we need to sell some stuff. Like this one. Keep some bellhooks in case they actually transform into something. Sure, you just need some amount of trillium to retreat from combat. So let's see it. The no range all feet man. Berserk is nice, yeah. So, hate camera spitting those bars. I like it. So we want our assassins to be infected with vampirism, because with vampirism you gain a bunch of traits which would be beneficial for them. You also get to keep your other traits. So what we want to do is transform them, and they will take up a billhook, those, as a weapon, And the billhook has much higher armor shatter than sword has. This is 125, but it's a legendary. This is just a jump billhook, and it has 175 already. It will scale much higher later on. And the damage isn't far off, right? So the base damage is actually higher. We want to transform them, and then they keep their swift hands, which lets them backstep twice. And they also get pushing criticals. Those we want to give to them. So they actually backstep twice and they push into the other guy, and the other guy retaliates. And with them hitting multiple times and with Murdering Sense, you can actually push them 4 times and get 4 retaliates. And that's basically the plan. And with ranked armor, we hope they will actually be good against armor. So that's our way to scale assassins into the later game by transforming them into vampires. Because they only are good on map 1 with bleeding, and if they cannot bleed and are against armor or bloodless, which will be the case later on, they don't do anything. So at least make them good against armor. And have some cool setups against bloodless with the pushing crits, I guess. Only those can infect us. The brown, beige, flesh colored ones. Those have the vampire virus. The other ones don't. The other ones we have to kill. And there's a lot of scary stuff on the field, namely this vampire lord with 500 damage and repose. A lot of vanquishers which can hammer us. So this can go down very fast. Because obviously we are thinking alike. So, what we need are pits, but we lost a lot of our throwing potential too. We only have 5 people left, huh? So we used to have a monk and a warlord. The warlord was able to ram, and the second monk was able to set up cool chains into pits. But we only have one, and our main way of killing them is via monk. The thing is, they are all bloodless, and our damage comes from assassins bleeding people, so we don't actually have any damage. So we die here for sure, if we stay. The question is, can we stay long enough for them to get infected and stay on their retreat tiles? And I want to find out. Let's just stay in this fight long enough for them to get infected. Hopefully. Or we just stay here and we can retreat anytime, right? They all have Angels packs and they both have Immortal. So I'm not super scared. Just a little bit scared. Let's try it. But let's make sure not to move from here. I think we need to be taking some risks. The run is super late already, and the world scales with days. It doesn't scale on map 1 as badly, but as soon as we enter map 2, we're just super fucked. So we just try to take some risks, and we try to find someone who's actually good. We need a good DPS, we need like a great sword type of DPS. Is this a retreat tile? No, but this one is. We don't want to move from here, I just want to be somewhere where he can engage me and actually as a chance to do something. Throw him back here. Okay. This is super risky here, what we're doing. I would not recommend. He hammered me. They have a skill called hammering, which like they hit you really hard, which inflicts immobilizing and weakened, and it also hammers you into the ground. So they actually lower the elevation because they hit the ground so hard that you fall down while in the elevation and you're immobilized and weakened down there. It doesn't do a lot of damage usually, but it like really impairs what you can do. You sit there, you have 33% less damage, you cannot move, and everyone above you has 15% more damage because of elevation. And on top of the 33%, you also have 15% less damage against them from elevation. So if you play a vampires and have one of those guys, it's really good to disable heavy hitters. And if they are going against you, you're just screwed. So he's engaged here, and engaging, if I move, he is gonna hit me and cancel my movement. But I want to do this because I want him to get infected by vampirism. And engaging strike does not trigger bleeding, which is a lot of the damage he will do to me. So I will just do this just to get hit on purpose. And now he's out of stamina and I don't want to do it anymore. So let's remove one bleeding here. That was one of my allies. We just go here to protect him a little. We're just buying time over here, we don't do anything crazy. Here's a... no. Where's the Legion crits? Here's the Legion crits. So he should actually hit him, just to heal up a little. Ooh, yes! Thank you! That's the indication that he's infected with vampirism. So he's proc. We have to get out here now. Scavenger vampire, hell yeah. Carved on the concrete. Cause that's what I'm sipping. Alright, so we got what we came here for, at least on one. He is inflicted with a vampire virus, and if not treated, he will transform into a vampire, which is exactly what we want. And it's not super bad that he doesn't, because we have a good sword for him with Feast, and for now bleeding is still good, right? But we still would want him to transform. It's just we couldn't stay long enough for him to actually get infected. It's a 5% chance per hit from those brown vampire guys. So it's not super like it's not super common, but eventually it will happen. And at least we got it on one. Nice. It will take up to 3 weeks, I think. 1 to 3 weeks. So we could go here. We could go here again and try again. There's a fortress. There's a scavenger fortress. We will go here for sure. We'll take the fortress. That's really good. That's what we were hoping for in this pocket. To find one more. To stock up on some medicine. Maybe recruit someone. I would recruit... not a warlord anymore, I don't think. I would actually take a warrior probably. Just to have a greatsword guy. Because I'm desperate. And Scavenger Fortress is a lot easier than than a Swamper Fortress. We only have 5 people though. And we want to swap this back. He needs his fast thinker back, so we get Rend Armor. And this guy gets Immortal back. Let's do it. When you get huge, I'll rap a whole album about you if wanted. When you get huge. I'm not sure if this is gonna happen. Yeah, what's up, Ball Dropper? Can I be the vampire? Of course. Yo, Hate Camel, do you want a character? You can choose anyone you want. So we have the War Monk who is jumping around, who is like our leader. He's jumping around flipping people and stunning. We have the Assassin who is bleeding people and doing a lot of damage based off bleedings and backstabbing and like moving around swiftly. We have big old hammer guy who is like super beefy, wears a big ass hammer and stuns people. He's just standing there menacingly. And then we have agile guy who is like kind of the trickster. He disables people with spears and prevents them from going in and like disables them and stuff. And he's moving around fast. And the vampire guy is taken now. The pally type character? What do you mean? Like you want the... I'm not sure what a pally type character is. I'm sorry. Anyone I won't find a pick for me. What's up, Shiggy? The healer type. We don't really have a healer, unfortunately. The healer type is banned. So this is a challenge run. And those are all the types that are banned. Because we won with them before. But I think a war monk is close to it, right? He gets like God's Blessing, which is an aegis. He gets healing from being full focus, and he has like this regeneration stuff. And he jumps around, and he not also only like flips enemies, but he also flips allies out of like sticky situations. So he's like probably the most supportive type character we have. But we don't really have a pure healer. But you get this one then. You're our leader now. So if everything goes down south, you're the one to blame, right? Because obviously I don't have anything to do with people dying. It's all on you now. But no pressure. Against undead type. Ah, like a paladin. Ah, that's what you meant with me. I see. No, there's nothing strong against undead in this game, unfortunately. You also won with Axeman? No, we didn't win that run, did we? No, we lost that run. Yoshigi, do you want a character? Also Soma if you want. This is okay to take. I think we take it in 2 steps. We don't have a ram anymore, unfortunately, so we cannot ram them off anymore. I'll take the blame. Hell yeah. That's good. So, beefy guy is gonna pull for us. The best strategy I have for this layout. Fortress layouts are always set. They are always the same, tile for tile, and there are many different ones. So we rolled this layout, and this is why I have like a prepared strategy, right? Because I played this many times. This plateau here is the most important, I feel like, just because the barrel guy is on him. And as soon as you get next to this barrel guy, he stops throwing oil at you. And also, the marksman will always stand on those on this plateau. So it's like double important. You disable the ranged and you disable the oil, and then you can take this high ground and use it to your advantage and fight them from here. But we cannot do it at once because they still have ranged units here. which means if we take this, this will be crowded with melee units and we cannot get through, and they will shoot at us. And since we have no ranged units, because this is like, again, the challenge, we cannot fire back and kill them, so slowly we will die here. What we do instead is we lure those two guys down, and all we do on this first attempt is kill those two. And then we run, and once we come back, those two will instead spawn over on those spots. And then we can run up here and actually kill them, and this way they won't have like those ranged units left, and we can just fight them here regularly. This is what we're trying to accomplish. Everyone stands back here except Monk Guy and Beefy Guy, and they're trying to pull them. That's the ult. And we're going up, pulling him in. So you don't have to throw them into pits or anything, you can just throw them into bad positions like this. Which basically disables him too. He will get the backstab on us now, but I think it was worth it to get rid of the first guy. To stun him at least. Yeah, he gets a backstab, but you can't avoid that. Remove the bleeding at least. No, he's down. Oh, we can actually throw him. I shouldn't have hit him there. That was a mistake then. Should have hit this guy instead. Nice. So we can just jump here and flip him into this deathbed and clean this thing. And we cannot back off yet. We need to still kill this guy. Well, we need to be careful not to be collapsed on. I think he actually wants to go here, in case those get activated and like walk over here. He wants to buy us time to cover our retreat. We flip him in here. Yeah, those are the problem. Can he reach here? He cannot reach on him, so he probably shouldn't go up. Yeah, just stay here for now. He's just trying to intercept them, I think. And he can move after his backstabs, which is really nice. Which not only lets him kill this guy, but also move out now. And he has to go really quickly. Please don't die on me. Alright, we got what we came for, now it's time to just run. Run like the wind. Is this a retreat tile? No, it isn't. So we just stay here, I think. We just cover for him so he's not in danger, and we have enough movement to get him to a retreat tile next turn. So he's just trying to protect the monk here. And he can jump. And once it's his turn, we're out. Maybe we get him. Nah, he doesn't have 2 attacks here. Alright, we're out of here. That was a good first one. We won with Senvi. Oh yeah, I forgot about that X-Men. Want to be the Hammerman so I can control the Banhammer. Okay, okay, I feel you. Here, have the power of the Banhammer. Only 5 guys. Hey, what's up, Megalesi? Nice to see you again. Yeah, we lost some people. We lost the monk, and we lost the warlord. We pulled in this guy, which is Paul guy now, which is the scavenger assassin we sent out scouting. So we were actually down to 4 people, but we pulled him back. Next challenge, no retreating. Hell no. Throwing it here. So missing the turn skipping makes you act quicker? Yeah, it does. No worries. Thanks so much for hanging out here, Camel. I hope everything is well with you. Alright. So this is where we take it, and this is where we have to take it because bounty hunters are behind us. So this is like a do or die thing. Not really, because they went here, which is nice. So we actually go back here. So it's not do or die, but it would be really nice to make it here, because we could use this to defend against bounty hunters. This is one of the somewhat decent fortresses to defend in. Most fortresses are pretty bad to defend in, but this one is alright. Villagers are usually best to defend bounty hunters or like worshippers against. And now we have those archer guys here, next to the barrel, which is exactly what we wanted. And those are occupied by someone different. Those are just the 2 spots where the archers always stand on. And if there are more archers, they spawn over here. But if there are only 2, they will always spawn here. Which is why we did this in 2. Just so we don't take a lot of damage from those guys and can actually kill them. And then we can turn this into a melee fight and actually win it. Let's take it easy though. Let's slow them down a bit. That's the wrong one. I want him to stay here. I want this guy to go up. Here should be enough. Okay. I think we stun him first. Because we have a stun here too. That's fine. Do this because he's trying to shoot the assassin anyways, and we want him to like have a cover and have a chance at hitting his own guy. Change his plan. Okay. He's dead to poison now. I think we just throw him. Just get him out of the way. And we can pin him down. We cannot push him, but we can immobilize him. No. Where's the model? Do you have a model? No. So we have to be careful with him. So as soon as you stand next to the barrel, it is disabled. It doesn't throw oil anymore. You have to get up here. Can we do this? And then jump, and then flip him closer. So he gets up here in time. He's really beefy. And he wants to be safe. Just hit this a bunch, I guess. And he blocks this for now. Alright. Good stuff. So we took the high ground now. We disabled the archers. And we disabled the barrel guy. For now. We're still trying to kill him. Just so nobody has to stand there anymore. free up some movement for our guys. Give him some regen. Double regen. Do you have sustain? He also doesn't have sustain, but he is immortal. So it's more important to stack some regen on him, I think. Alright. We can go here and throw him, but then he will try to ram us. But this tile will be taken. We actually just go here and disable him, I think. We do this. And since he doesn't have a crit, we cannot do this. But he can just pass and get a crit back. And then when he tries to hit us, we instead push him back and disrupt his attack. We just throw around some rend armor. So he tried to hit us. We had first strike on him and pushing and immobilizing crits. We pushed him back, disrupted his attack, and CC'd him for one turn. Which is why this character is so good. The only reason we're winning this fairly easily is because the map stopped scaling, basically. It's map 1. And once we enter map 2, this will be much harder. He gets his crit back. He's sitting here. He goes on 8. Goes on 3. So we can flip him, but that gives him a backstab on us, which we don't want. So let's not. Let's just stun him. And this is the trap setup, where you can throw an assassin's mark, which gives you an attack on whoever enters. And he sits there with a maul with an crit. And whenever he enters, he just stuns him, and he cannot do anything. He goes 1, 2, 3. We don't have to do anything here. Well, let's actually do this. Disable him. Let's do this, get his crit back. So this way he is CC'd as long as there's space behind him. He's going next though. He stays up here. I think I can kill him before his turn. Especially with like assassin backstabs and stuff. I think he just dies here to this guy. He tried to attack, we pushed him. Yeah, he just died. We don't have a crit here, but we still throw a trap. So we don't stun him. But it's still worthwhile, I think. Oh, that was a misclick. We don't stun him either, because he has armor. And stunning blow is only against non-armored targets like unblocked hits. But it's still worth it, I think. So just throw a trap down there, because he wasn't doing anything anyways, right? Let's get him up here and get some backstabs going. He hit him because he has brother-in-arms, and then he hits him, and because it's a backstab, it's a crit. And he is pushing criticals, and if you push enemies into your own guys, they will retaliate and get a free attack. Which means he just hit him, which triggered a brother-in-arms attack on him, which was a crit because backstab. Then he pushed him, which triggered and retaliated on him, and it was a crit because backstab. And he just inflicted him with all kinds of stuff. So it was like a chain of events going on here. Alright. That was fairly easy once we disabled the Urtuk guys and stuff. He wants to go after him because he's low HP. This is why he turned around again. They're always attracted by low HP guys. And they will always try to go after them first. Let him come in here. Alright. Cool. Alright, what do we got? Some more feet, a fast thinker, and immobilizing. Needs agility to go faster. We have an unused Flesh Eater level 9. How many fast thinker do we have? We have 2, right? We have 1 here. And 1 here. Does not have a built-in, no. But we have 2 already. I think 2 is fair enough. We don't really want to upgrade them. It would be okay to upgrade them, but it's super expensive. I'd much rather save it. Build a monster hut, I think. And what do we get? Another warlord. Double strike. Double strike is okay. Get 2 medicine, up to a 3 medicine now.